Oh boy, do we have a lot to break down in this video, guys. We have to go over Trevor Milton, which we got some news from Trevor Milton, and I'm not sure if anybody watching this is going to be surprised from this news, but we're going to break that down in this video. We're also going to go over the S&P, the NASDAQ, what's been going on in the markets. We're going to talk a little Tesla, a little bit of Peloton as well, so sit back, relax, take a sip of your water, stay hydrated, guys. And by the way, I haven't made a video this late in a long time, and it's pretty interesting. I'm feeling good right now. It's about 10 o'clock on the East Coast. It's not that late, but honestly, I couldn't film this video until now, so here we are. Better late than never, guys. So let's just dive into it, and like we've been seeing recently, a lot of red. Well, that continued today in the stock market, guys, as expected. We had the Russell down 2.7% at the close, NASDAQ down 3.1%, the S&P down 2.4%, as the Dow went down 1.3%. And believe it or not, the VIX didn't do, it didn't have as crazy of a day as you would have expected. It only went up 0.25%, and we had gold down 1.6%, and silver got destroyed, down 4%. And look at this, guys. If I pull up the silver chart, bear with me for a second, you can see that this is giving back all of the gains and some. I mean, look at this. This is not good at all for the bulls. They tried getting out of these moving averages, tried breaking out, but it really didn't last long at all. And I got faked out. Well, I didn't trade silver, so I didn't really lose any money on it, but I thought we were going mid-20s from that point, and we could still go mid-20s. I mean, who knows? In 6 months, a year from now, we could be in the mid-20s like that. That's possible. But as of now, we gave back all of that gain from last week. You can see here silver went from about 1880, 19 an ounce to about 2130. And now we're right at 1820, guys. This thing gave back all the gains, and we're about to test the lows here from the end of September, being about 1780, 18 an ounce on silver. And if that breaks, we're probably going down to 1740. And don't even get me started on gold. Gold's chart looks awful. It's under the moving averages here on the 4-hour chart. We're probably going to get a death cross as well anytime soon, any day now at this point. And this is $30 away from the lows. You can see here gold hit 1620. That was the low from the end of last month, not too long ago, about two and a half weeks ago. So gold is right there. Probably going to take that low out, that low out by the looks of it. And if we go here to SPY, let's pull this up. SPY on the 5-day. We covered this in my last video. I'm not sure if you all remember this, but this is still holding above the highs, or not even the highs, the lows rather, from Tuesday and Wednesday. You guys can see here that was right around 356, 357. And notice that's where we closed. We closed at 357. And we're now, even in the aftermarket, it's down a little bit. SPY's down about $1 aftermarket, and it's still holding above 356. So for this upcoming week, what we have to watch out for, not only me, but everybody out there, we have to watch out and see if SPY, breaks under 355. At that point, 355 breaks, I think we're going to fill the gap down to 348, maybe 350. Who knows? That's what I'm thinking, right? And then at that point, if 348 breaks, which was that low from yesterday before the market opened, right around when the market opened, if that were to break, we're probably going to start going to that high from before COVID, which I've talked about a lot here on SPY. I think it's right around 335. So for next week, guys, 355 on the downside. Watch out for that. I'm going to set my alert mark is at or below 355. Let's do that right now. There we go. And for triple Q, let's see here. My alert might already be set. Let's see, though. It's set at 260. And look at this. It already took the lows out from Tuesday and Wednesday. That clearly took out today. That was at we were holding that earlier in the day. That was at 261.2, and you can see here on the intraday chart, triple Q broke under 262, got to about 260 at close roughly, and now after the bell, it's gotten down to about 259.90. So it is starting to creep down there, guys. Triple Q starting to creep down there. And like I said before, but I'll say it again, if 260 breaks, which now after the bell it is, but let's say next week we got a huge break under 260, we're probably going to that pre-COVID high, which is right around 240, 45 here on Triple Q. It is 100% in the cards. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And now let's talk about some stocks. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let's talk about Trevor Milton. So if you guys don't know about Trevor Milton, I don't know what to tell you. He is the CEO, well, not the CEO anymore, but he was the founder CEO of, well, I guess technically he still, I guess, founded the company. But anyway, you know what I mean, right? He was the founder CEO of Nikola, this company, electric vehicle company that really tried to test and be competition to Tesla and all the big boys out there, which really at that point when it came out, Tesla, really was the big boy, still is the big boy. But, in 2020, there wasn't as much competition as there is now. And I know 2020 was only 2-3 years ago, but you know what I mean, right? And Nikola kind of got a lot of hype around that, a lot of fame. Trevor Milton did a lot of marketing, and of course, he ended up being a complete fraud. Nikola, the company, didn't do what it supposedly said it would do. You guys remember when they were rolling down the semi-truck down the hill, but they were saying it was actually driving and all that crap, right? We're not going to get into the rabbit hole in this video, but Nikola founder Trevor Milton was found guilty of fraud over statements he made while CEO of the EV company. And just think about how rich this guy got. In fact, he bought, I think, a $30 million mansion in Utah. 40 million or 50 million? How many millions was this mansion? That was a red flag. And I was making YouTube videos back then, guys. You guys probably remember that. We were talking about Nikola. I was pointing out the red flags in real time, and a lot of people were. It wasn't like it was something super hard to spot. But, I mean, come on. This guy had a company that, well, it was Nikola. They weren't selling anything crazy. They were kind of just an idea in a sense, right? It was a fraud at the end of the day. And he was out here buying $50 million mansions. I mean, come on. The writing was on the wall. And Milton was charged with 2 counts of securities fraud and 2 counts of wire fraud, all related to statements he made about Nikola's business while he was chairman and CEO of the company. Jurors found him guilty on 1 count of securities fraud and guilty of both of the wire fraud counts. So he was found guilty of 3 of 4 counts, and he will be sentenced on January 27th, which is what? Right at the beginning of the new year, so about 3-4 months away from now. So, I was reading if he got found guilty on all 4 counts, he would go to prison, or he would face up to 25 years in prison if he got convicted on all 4 counts. But again, 3 or 4 counts is what he got convicted on. So I'm not sure how much time this guy's going to get. I'm by no means a lawyer. I kind of do like tracking stuff like this, but I have no idea. But you got to realize it's white collar crime. So is he going to get a life sentence? No chance. I mean, is he going to get 25 years? Probably not. 20 years? Probably not. Is he going to get 10 years? Maybe, probably not to 10 years. I don't know. He might get a couple years. Who knows how it works? I mean, this guy has a ton of money. You know how that works. I mean, he might get off. Probably not. He probably won't get off completely. He's going to have to do some time, I think. We'll see. I mean, the sentencing is in a couple of months from now. But what do you guys think? I mean, if you have more experience in this, let me know your thoughts in the comments. He should do some time. I mean, if he gets off scot-free, he's not going to get off scot-free. But if he does no jail time, I mean, I don't know what to say to that. I mean, he's got to do at least, in my opinion, who am I? But I'd say at least 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. I mean, what's he got to do? And I wouldn't say a life sentence, but I mean, then again, who am I to judge? I don't really know. But overall, that's the news that we got. And look at Nikola's stock now, guys. It is at $3 a share. It was just at 282, and again, it was at $90 when everything was going crazy. And I was being honest with you guys, back at that time, in that time period, when a lot of YouTubers, everybody and their grandma that was a YouTuber, was pumping up all these hype stocks, the Nikola stocks of the world. And don't get me wrong, I mean, we talked about these stocks a lot, but I wasn't fluffing it. I wasn't fluffing things. I was telling you guys the real. And that's what I've been trying to do. And that's what I do. I've been doing that on the channel since I started the channel. And I was pointing out the red flags here. And unfortunately, the reality is a lot of people lost money. A lot of people lost a lot of money. And God knows how many people lost a significant amount of their money, because not everybody is wise to the point where, let's say they have $10,000, they're only going to gamble with maybe 500 of that. A lot of people, they put all their money into the one basket. They put all their eggs into one basket. And I'm sure there's people that lost their life savings on Nikola, or maybe a significant amount of their portfolio, which to those people, honestly, my heart goes out to them. I feel bad for them, seriously. And for that reason, again, Trevor Milton needs to, there's got to be some consequences, and there will be, to what he's done. And again, he's been found guilty. And if you ask me, I think he should be found guilty on every count. But whatever. I'm not God or the jury or whatever. So who am I to judge again? But overall, Nikola, I would not touch this with a 10-foot pole. Trevor Milton found guilty, and we'll see. We'll see what happens in January. And did you guys see Tesla today? Unbelievable. This thing fell another 7%, and people are really starting to panic now in Tesla. I mean, this thing just a couple of weeks ago was at $315. Now it's looking to go under $200. I mean, this thing is down 35% in just the past couple of weeks. And forget the past couple of weeks. Look at where it was in the beginning of April. It was at 380. Now it's down 45, almost 50% from 380. And in fact, it is down already 50%, over 50% from all-time highs, which are right about $414. So at this point, guys, I'm not going to lie, I'm starting to get tempted to buy some Tesla, especially if it goes under 200. I didn't think I was going to say or get to a point where I was going to be buying some Tesla, at this point in the bear market. It was never really in my plan, for now at least. But for a trade, a snapback trade, something. I mean, if this gets to 175, 180, 190, even here at 200, I feel like we're just way oversold. I mean, we're kind of seeing a divergence here, bullish divergence. This might rip like no other. Who knows? I mean, I'm speculating. There's a lot going on right now with Twitter, Elon Musk, which is what's pushing the stock down. And that's probably going to, remain a catalyst here to pushing the stock down in the very short term. But who knows? Maybe in 2-3 months, this could snap back towards the mid 200s. That would be what I'd be banking on if I were to take that trade. But who knows? I don't know. It's very risky. Again, with Twitter, Elon's using Tesla as his piggy bank. I mean, that's what people are not liking right now. Again, this thing went down 7.5% just today, and it's been going down week after week after week these past couple of weeks. So what do you guys think? Are you in with me on that? Do you agree with me? Would you be buying Tesla at 175, 80, 85, 200 even as a short term? Maybe not even a short term trade, more like a midterm swing or short midterm swing trade. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And Peloton, I'm not sure exactly what the catalyst was today, but Peloton, I mean, holy smokes, guys. 17% down move in a day. What is going on with this company? I mean, this thing has, we all know. This is another company I was talking to you guys about during the pandemic. The writing was on the wall, in my opinion, and I was being honest from the jump. And look at where we are now. We're at $7 a share, and I think at the peak the stock was at $250, right? Or not $250, I exaggerated. $170, but still, $170. Now it's at $7 freaking dollars. I mean, this is unbelievable. And they've been, cutting their workforce. The demand for their product has been dropping. Inflation's running rampant. Nobody's really wanting to buy these products anymore. So if I were to guess, Peloton, either it goes bankrupt, which I don't think it will, but it's possible. Either that happens or we get somebody like an Apple and Amazon to come out and buy Peloton. I feel like this might be weird, but couldn't you picture like a Lululemon buying Peloton? Probably not. I mean, I don't know if that'd be right, but I could just picture, it's higher. I don't want to say luxury athletic wear, but very high quality, athletic wear. Kind of goes with the branding of Peloton, which is more of a premier bike, the higher quality bike catering to the higher end consumer. I don't know. I feel like Lulu, Peloton, that'd be an interesting partnership there, or a merger. I don't know. I'm just speaking out loud here, guys. What do you think in the comments? Let me know your thoughts. But Amazon might buy them. Apple might buy them. Who knows? I don't know. So those are really the main stocks I wanted to talk about. And we're about 15 minutes in, and it's about 10:30 p.m. on the East Coast, guys. So that might be a good spot to wrap this one up. If you enjoyed it, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe, and check out my Patreon. If you guys want all my real-time buys, sells, call-outs, morning update videos, more access to me throughout the day, that's on Patreon, link down below. And if you want some free money, who doesn't like free money? Get those 15 stocks from Moomoo and those 12 stocks from Webull, linked right down below. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out. I'll see you later tonight. Not later tonight. What am I saying? That's when you know I got to go to bed, guys. Get ready for sleep. I'll see you later. I'm mumbling and jumbling. I'll see you later, guys. Peace out.